up, YouTube? Zombie Killer here, doing another channel update. So currently, with Parasite Eve, I've gotten myself to max level now. Got my attack power quite high, defense really high, and I'm pretty much ready to take on the final boss. So early tomorrow morning, I will be taking on the boss. And then once I do that and take on the true final boss and kill it, I'm gonna be quitting with Parasite Eve. And right now I have plans to not worry about Parasite Eve 2 at all, because doesn't seem like anybody's really interested in that, because no request for it or anything, and I've got other projects that I want to work on as a main focus. But on top of that, with once I finish up Parasite Eve, I plan on playing through the SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Never ever got around to actually playing Battle for Bikini Bottom back in the day, so it'll be my first time playing through the series. By what I understand, though, it's quite good with good cult following. It's supposed to be a really great 3D platformers, and I like the 3D platformer genre, so hoping that it's quite good. On top of that, I do have plans to get the new SpongeBob Cosmic Shake and play through that. With the Devil May Cry series, I will be putting that on hold for now. Probably after I'm done with SpongeBob, I might go to it, depending on what stuff goes on. For example, pretty soon, the Resident Evil 4 will be out. I do have plans to play that launch day. And no matter what series I'm working on during that, Resident Evil 4 is definitely going to take priority over any series that's currently going. Also, if I can get my hands on it, I do plan on doing PSVR 2 content, so hopefully that'll be good. I'm already took care of pre-ordering a few games I'm interested in for it, and definitely look forward to getting it. I think I should be getting one at launch, give or take delivery, but I should be guaranteed one eventually. And then I should be good. I don't know how, supply shortages is and stuff, but I'm hoping for a launch one. And I'm pretty sure I'm getting one at launch, so hopefully I'll have that to play at launch and do some cool videos. And depending on how much spare money I have, I might also get the Call of Mountain and give that a try. Because by what I understand, that's supposed to be really good, supposedly. Even though I never played the Horizon Zero Dawn game, so I hope Call of Mountain is standalone. Or otherwise, I'm going to be like, wait, who are you? What's going on? But I'll worry about that later. But given that that game is $60, and I had other stuff to get along with actually paying off the PSVR 2, yeah, it went to the back burner. But that is something I'm thinking about playing through when I get a chance. And then after all of that, I should be playing through the full Devil May Cry series eventually. I got some plans, but yeah. So it's getting pushed back. On top of that, I might be in the mood to play some random games here or there, so who knows what will pop up, but because I don't always know what I have planned to do. I try to set up plans and then plans change. Parasite Eve definitely took a while longer to complete than I expected, but that's mainly because I wanted to make sure I did not play too much to where the game would freeze up and make me lose progress. And on top of that, been busy. Don't always have free time to just play as much as I want. So, Parasite Eve have taken quite a while. I started Christmas Eve, I believe, and it's already almost a whole month later. I figured I'd be done with that game within a week. So, time delays and stuff. So, that game should hopefully be getting finished off soon. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that game has a lot of people that are interested in it. So, I don't think I'm going to be continuing with the second game at all. And also, I really hate the tank controls. So, it's going to probably be for the best. But yeah, my PS3 is not as good as it used to be. So sometimes it'll freeze up. And on an old school game like that, with no autosaves, especially with hour-long dungeon crawls, yeah, it's best to just do a little bit at a time. So that's why it took a while. But that should hopefully be all set up. Yeah, at best I grinded about a half hour to an hour each day on it and then just called it quits because I didn't want to push it too hard. And have it freeze because it's no fun getting greedy and try to get as much XP as possible and then lose to freezing. Right now, only bosses actually stand a chance of maybe even touching my health. The basic enemies, they're way too weak. My defense is way too high in that game. But yeah, so hopefully I'll have that complete. And you guys will enjoy the SpongeBob games. I've seen a little bit of SpongeBob back in the day. I watched a few of the early seasons, but I haven't watched SpongeBob in a long time. So, hopefully there's not too many jokes or something that goes over my head since, haven't seen it in a while. But I do know Battle for Bikini Bottom was made way back in the day, so there shouldn't be any real new jokes there that should go too far overhead. But the Cosmic Shake one, who knows? But it looked like it would be an interesting platformer game. 3D platformer. And so I figured, might as well get it and give it a try. By what I understand, Battle for Bikini Bottom was such a cult classic because it was so good, so I figured if it's the same people doing it, doing it about the same way, give or take. It should be good. So, those are my ideas of what I'm going to do. And then I'll probably go for the Devil May Cry, because the Devil May Cry series is gonna probably take a while. I gotta beat the third game, the first game, the second game, the fourth game, and then the fifth game. And then on top of that, I have no clue how long each games are, and there might be like unlock a new story or anything. Like I know the DMC Devil May Cry, the reboot one that I played through. Once I beat the game, well actually I think I had access to it before I beat the game, but anyways, I completed the game, and there was also a Virgil section where I could play through as Virgil. So I don't know if that's something that they do with a lot of the DMC games, where there's like other playable characters or not, because kept my knowledge of the series very basic, maybe even below the basic person. So I have no clue. But if there is, each game will be even longer because of different characters and stuff. So I want to make sure that I'm not just trying to speed through those games at record pace and not even enjoy the games, because the main goal is to try to play it and enjoy it for the first time of playing the game. I don't want to just rush through and get a worse experience with the games, especially considering how I kind of plan on comparing the DMC, which I thought was really good so far. Haven't played the original, so can't say for sure if it's as good as the original series, better, worse, whatever. But so far it was good, so I'm interested in seeing if I played the reboot first and then played the original series. Will the original series hold up? Will it be better than the DMC? Or was the DMC actually better than the original series without nostalgia? Yeah, something interesting. But with how well loved the DMC series is, I'm pretty sure the original series is going to be really good. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. But got a few other stuff I want to take care of first. Like I said, with the Cosmic Shake, I do want to try to approach that on launch day. It's supposed to come out soon, by the end of this month, and I do want to try to approach it by the end of this month when it comes out, because that would be the best time to try out the game, I think. Also, I do have plans to play through the Darksiders games. Definitely loved that series. Never really given it full completion time. I think I got quite far in Darksiders 1, and then I ended up quitting for some reason. Probably got sidetracked on other games or something. But definitely wanted to play through that. Darksiders 2, I did enjoy what I played, but did not get too far into it because sidetracked on other stuff. I have a bad habit of that. So many games I want to play. Sometimes some games go on the back burner. And then Darksiders 3, haven't gotten around to that at all, I don't think. And then Genesis, I played a little bit with somebody, but to be honest, I really want to give that game a full playthrough too, to really give it a good shot. So those are games I'm interested in playing. Also, I do have the pretty much the digital deluxe edition of Wonderlands. And I'm interested to see if Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is actually good or not. Never got around to playing it since I bought it, so hopefully, it's good. Definitely like the idea of being able to pick different classes and stuff, make your own character. Depending on how they do it, it could be quite interesting or it could be bad. I've been keeping that whole game spoiler free for me, for the most part. I've seen like the trailer and that's about it. So definitely looking forward to giving that a try. I think all the DLCs should be out or almost all out by now. So I should be able to experience the full game. So that's definitely a game I want to do. And then there are a few other ones that I do want to try to knock out. Like for example, for VR, I want to do the Iron Man VR. I've owned it for PS VR for a long time. Never got around to playing it. Then it recently came out for Quest 2, and then I bought that for the Quest 2. So I'm thinking about doing a playthrough on that. Because let's be honest, PSVR 1 compared to compared to Quest 2, Quest 2 definitely has the superior control scheme and tracking, because PSVR 1 literally has PS3 Move controllers as its VR controllers, which is not good. Let's be honest. Compared to the more dedicated stuff for VR, the Move controllers just don't really get the job done. And I'm glad though that with PSVR 2, it looks like Sony actually taking VR serious, where they're trying to actually make the best VR headset that they can. Because the PSVR 2, to me, seem very big and advanced, with features that not even the Quest has. I think Project Cambria, or whatever it's called, has some of the features, but maybe not all of it. Like the eye tracking and stuff, where they'll be able to implement that in some games. Like one of the games I plan on playing through that I purchased already for it. Apparently, like if you blink, it will actually react in game with that and stuff, which I think would be pretty cool. Also, there was one game that I was really hyped to get for a long time, and I was like, you know what? I might as well pre-order it for PSVR 2. I was gonna get on the Quest, but I was like, you know what? Let's get it for the PSVR 2. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how well Call of the Mountain does. But definitely a game I'll see if I can get. If not, it's gonna probably be a while. Because let's be honest, $60 for a VR game is a lot of money per VR game. Usually, very high-end VR games is around $40. Some games go up to like 50, but usually very little of them go up to like $60 price range. So yeah, that's gonna take a little bit of saving up and stuff. Or I might actually have the money straight away to get it. I just gotta make sure I do. Gotta make sure bills are paid and everything. But if I do have the spare money, I'll get it straight away. If not, I will have it sooner or later. And then I'll be on the lookout for any other PSVR 2 exclusive games that look interesting to me that I would want to try out that will really take advantage of the PSVR features. After all, I'm definitely looking forward to some of the cool features. Also, I do have Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil 8 that I am looking forward to playing through for VR. It's gonna get like a free VR update to make it compatible with PSVR 2. Personally, I haven't ever played Resident Evil Village yet. Personally, with Resident Evil 7, I was not impressed, and personally, I really hate Ethan Winters. I think he's the worstest protagonist that we have in all of Resident Evil, and by what I understand, he's frontline center in Village, so I pretty much had no interest in Village. But since it's coming to VR, I was like, you know what, maybe I should give it a fair shot. Hopefully it'll be good. And it should at least allow me to try out some of the cool VR features. Hopefully. But, so that is one game I plan on playing through. And since I did not play through Village yet, I'll be able to go in blind for VR, which will be nice. I just hope they make it feel more like a Resident Evil. Like, 7 felt more like it's a different game than the Resident Evil franchise. And it felt like a soft reboot type thing. So I was not really all that interested in 7. Played it, beat it, never want to go back to it. Like, if I went back to it, it would probably be for a Let's Play, but I literally deleted all my save data on it. That's how you know I am usually pretty done with a game. If I delete the save data, usually I have no plans to ever return back to it. But, hopefully that turns out pretty good and will at least be good. And who knows, it might make me actually like Ethan. Probably not. But, we can hold out hope. Just bring back Leon. He's better. And give me my Leon. Not no reboot Leon. That's gonna be worse. Like what they did with poor Chris Redfield. That's not my Chris Redfield. But yeah. So hopefully that will turn out good. That is definitely one VR game that I definitely plan on playing once it's available. Hopefully it's available day one. It might have to wait a little bit for patches and stuff, but definitely looking forward to that, and definitely looking forward to the Resident Evil 4 remake. I hope they do a good job with that. But like I said, at worst, if they end up failing with the Resident Evil 4 remake, then at least I got Resident Evil 4 remade for VR, so I'll still be fine either way. But yes, please make Resident Evil 4 remake that's coming out actually good. I want it to be one of the most definitive ways of playing Resident Evil 4. I expect good things from Capcom. Let's hope they deliver. Some remakes were praised, some was not. Let's hope Resident Evil 4 remake is a praised one. Alright, also, I might end up doing some more PC games too. I might throw some in here and there. Also, eventually, I do want to play the Trials of Mana and the Secret of Mana game, along with playing the X-Men Legends game and the Marvel's Ultimate Alliance games for YouTube. Those are part of my plans. Also, after I get done doing the stream on Parasite Eve, I gotta mess around with my recording thing and figure out if I can fix the no sound problem. Because for some reason I'm not getting game sound. Which for Parasite Eve, I'm actually more than happy to have no game sound recorded. Because especially with the credits, they play a song towards the end that may or may not be copyrighted, so I don't want to take that chance. So, and there's actually no voice acting at all in that game. So, sound is not really needed. It's nice to hear the background sounds of like the footsteps, the guns, and all the immersive elements, but there's a lot of music in there, and I prefer to avoid it for copyright problems. Especially considering it's an old PS1 game, so you can't really just mute specific sections like you can with this. So, hopefully, I won't have too much problem with copyright when trying to play some of the older games. If there's musical sound that I cannot control. Because YouTube really hates it when small channels do any type of music in game volume, despite the fact that you're not trying to. You have no care for the music. You're just trying to just stream the game, have fun, play the game. So, hopefully I don't have too much problems with that. And I do have plans to also play some other VR games too, which will end up going up on the channel eventually. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. I just gotta get to them a little bit. But for right now, the main focus will be the SpongeBob games. After that, when I get my hands on VR, that's definitely going to become a main focus. Same with Resident Evil 4. That takes priority over all. I don't care how deep I am in a Let's Play, Resident Evil 4 getting moved up to the very front. Definitely, because I am very hyped for that game. It's one of my most, what is it? I can't think of the words right now. Anticipated games. That's it. It's one of my most anticipated games for the year. The game I wanted most out of all. So that's definitely getting put up first. But also, in case if you're wondering with Black Ops 4, how far I got in here, I got in pretty much 2 more challenges where I need like 2,500 kills. And then I will have all the challenges complete that I care about. I don't care about the Dark Ops challenges. A lot of them are annoying. And then I did unlock the final weapon I need to grind out the camels to fully dark matter every last weapon in the game. Which, after I get the kills I'm after, I'll try to get the last 2 weapons that I have unlocked, get from the box, and just get some kills with them to get them both to dark matters and fully complete this game. And then I'll finally have this game fully completed good enough where I'm like, yeah, I completed all I ever care about completing. Sure, there's more stuff I could do, but it's all I care about for my completions. Like, I have no plans on beating every gauntlet map. All the way up to the highest gauntlet medal. No, thank you. I'd rather not. So, yeah, not gonna worry about that. I don't need any more daily contracts. So I can just play however I want with no restraints. Which is nice. So eventually I'll be done with all the camel grinding. Once I do that though, one thing I'm thinking about doing for fun is start a game on every map in here. You know, all 8 maps. Where I have the random perks and then I hit the box twice for 2 random weapons, and whatever I get for the first buy with the random stuff will be what I have to survive with. Which would be an interesting challenge. And then of course, if I go down and I lose a perk, I'm gonna have to buy the perks again and get whatever new random ones. Also, if I have Mule Kick, I will allow myself a 3rd box weapon just so that way Mule Kick's actually used and stuff. I figure it'd be some fun. But yeah, that's definitely one thing I do want to do when I no longer have to focus a certain weapon. So those are a lot of my ideas of what I plan on getting done. And yes, I know there's a long list of stuff. And the sad thing is, there's even more past that. Those are just the more immediate ones. I have way too much I want to do. But yeah. As a quick recap, I plan on playing Parasite Eve early in the morning, finally finish up the secret boss, and then put an end to the Let's Play series of that. It will be considered fully completed for me. Doubt I'm gonna really hop back on and do other videos. If I do, they'd probably be more small videos, like, for example, maybe trying to see if I could fight the final secret boss as low level as possible, or, hey, look at all these stats at 999, all that stuff, or something. You know, something dumb. But, So yeah, that will be complete. Then I plan to immediately go to the SpongeBob games and beat both of them. If I manage to beat Battle for Bikini Bottom way before the Cosmic Shake, then I might focus on some Devil May Cry or some other projects, give or take what goes on, like small minor stuff, like maybe doing a random video on this game or that game, and not like a full let's play on a game. And then once I beat that Cosmic Shake, I should hopefully have VR coming soon or already possess, probably coming soon. And then I'll probably play some Devil May Cry until I get the VR, if I get it at launch. And then I'll try to play those VR games that I mentioned, which, like I said, one of them is Resident Evil 8. Hopefully it's fully available for VR. And then there are two that I'm keeping a surprise for now. I don't think I said the names yet. But that I ordered for VR and definitely look forward to giving those a play. And then I do also plan on, if I have spare money, to get the Call of the Mountain straight away. If not, that will be a later problem. But then also on top of that, I will also continue some more DMC when I'm not doing the VR. I do want to try to let's play through the whole Iron Man VR game on the Quest 2. And then also, somewhere's in there. Who knows where I'll place that. And then also when Resident Evil 4 comes out, I'm definitely planning on playing that straight away. I don't care what I'm working on. And then after I finish all of that, I do want to try to play the Darksider games. Also, I still have plans to try to hop on the God of War reboot game. Not the second one, Ragnarok, that just came out. I'm talking about the first one. Pretty much the first reboot. Forgot what year it came out, but yeah. Doesn't matter. They just call it God of War, so you can tell it's a reboot. It ain't even my Kratos. It's somebody else. And who is this kid? Yeah, personally, I've never played that game. I avoided it because it feels like a reboot and everything, and I really do not like the direction that it looks like it took through all the trailers. Now, it may be a great game. I hear it's a great game, but just for the same reason that people hated DMC reboot, because it's not their Dante. I hated the reboot because that was not my Kratos. So, hopefully that turns out to be fun and good, or it might turn into a game that I'm like, yeah, I just can't force myself to play no more. But we'll see what happens with that. And then, like I said, that will happen eventually. It's on the back burner. And then I do have plans to try to do some PS2 games to bring in. Definitely gotta work on that sound though, because I'm gonna want sound for the games I plan on playing, because they actually have voice acting. And preferably, I will have voice acting in the videos. But that's what my current plans are. And hopefully I could get through them decently paced. It's gonna probably be enough to keep me busy for a few months, if not like a year or more. But hopefully I can cut through that stuff and start working on more projects. But for right now, those are my plans. We'll see how well it works. Those are just ideas. And, everything is always up to possible change and stuff. I never truly know what all I'm going to do. I have plans to do stuff, and then I'm like, nah, I want to do this instead. It seems better now. So, those are my plans. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it just doesn't sound like too much just rambling on like, pointless rambling and stuff. But those are my ideas. And hopefully, the videos will be good and you guys will enjoy them. If not, I tried. And that's all that matters. But yeah, with that, I think I'm gonna end this video and call it quits. I'll see you guys on the next video. But I'm probably not ending this until after this round, because 1 second of pause is gonna probably get me killed. They come at me fast. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that. Hopefully you guys aren't too sad about no Parasite Eve 2, but I highly doubt you guys really was all that interested in it currently. Because Parasite Eve 1 has gotten a pretty low view. One thing I might do is some more Balloon TD6 content, since when I did do the chimps with the hardest monkeys per each chimp, per chimp in each faction, that did get a decent bit of views. In fact, I believe that whole video might have gotten more views than the whole Parasite Eve games combined. So, yeah, that tells you how low the Parasite Eve views was. So, I might do some more Balloon TD6, sprinkled a little bit here and there. Right now, I've just kind of been waiting patiently for the game to finally add the new monkeys, because I kind of completed everything I care to complete. There's also some other stuff I could do, but I literally am just playing without goals in that game. I made it to far enough round that I'm like, I don't really feel like trying to get a higher round. It takes way too long just to get to the round that I got in and stuff, and the monkeys are not even that strong at that high of a round, because it's just ridiculous health and stuff. So, kind of doubt I'm gonna try super ridiculously high round. I could try to black border a few maps, but just haven't really felt motivated to really black border those maps. I could do it for the fun of it, but I really don't care. And I've already know all the current heroes and stuff, and I messed around with all the paragons and everything. I have every monkey knowledge point that I care about. I never used the powers, so I don't care about any of the power related ones. Like, all I care about is the one that literally allowed me starting tax without wasting a bunch of monkey money every time I want to use the ability. Stupid power. If there was one that would allow you to get, like, the power, like one free power a round or a game or something, then I'd probably unlock that. But to be honest, there's nothing to really focus on unlocking. I could try to raise my level, but the amount of XP that's required because of how high my level is ridiculous, and I just don't have content that really motivates me to play that much for it. I hop on Bloons TD6 every now and again when I want to play it for fun. I don't really have a main goal that really forces me to, really want to play it like non-stop to try to complete a goal. Like, with this game, just for fun, my goal is to try to also get the 100% of all the background things, along with dark mattering every single weapon, including the special weapons unlocked through multiplayer only. So I've been working on that for a long time, as I'm sure you guys know from my entire videos I've done and stuff. So, that's something to give me a goal to focus on. When it comes to trying to hit max level in here, it's pointless to me. A lot of unnecessary grinding with very little, reward payoffs type thing where I'm like, yay, I did it. So, have no interest in that. But, so, yeah, nothing really worthwhile there. And then, so I'm just waiting for more content for Bloons that really makes me want to play multiple games nonstop. For the most part, when I play Bloons, I just hop in a random multiplayer game and just kind of do whatever, which I could probably do some multiplayer games streaming, but the problem is, since nobody ever talks and you can't really group up with people for the most part, I'm just stuck playing with people that just don't talk, only does the emotes at best for communication, and at worst do absolutely nothing or just nonstop beg for cash. So it's more or less just feels like I'm playing solo, unfortunately. Sure, I help some people beat some maps that they probably are not able to beat currently with their skills or with what they have unlocked, because I have ran into quite a few low-level players that just barely qualify as the level for multiplayer. So they probably don't have like all the heroes unlocked or some of the best monkeys upgrade to max level or something. Who knows? And for skills, it's hard to tell what somebody's skill is. At the high level, you hope that they're pretty skilled, but when they're low level, you don't know their previous play history. Have they played that game before and just create a new one? Have they ended up playing previous Bloons games before? Are they good with tower defense games? All sorts of factors. So, you just never know. But, I do try to play some of that. I do also kind of want to play some more Across Diabolus. I actually love that game a lot. One of the best deck builder games that I have ever played. And, I fully platinumed Slay the Spire, and I've done a lot in Monster Train, which are definitely high up there on the list. But across the Obelisk, I kind of like a little bit more. Monster Train's probably second. Slay the Spire, to be honest, most fun I get is modding it to add different characters. I love all the custom Steam mods for all the different characters that you can play as. Which I might do a playthrough of some of that. Because it is kind of fun doing that. It's been a while since I played through that game with mods. I especially love the funny One Punch Man one that I did. That one was quite fun. I got Reckless. But that's definitely one that I'm looking forward to. Doing some random stuff though. Because that could be a lot of fun. If done right. If not, who knows how much fun. But yeah, that's one that I'm thinking about doing some of that. But that would be random videos or probably something very late. Nothing that's going to be focused on straight away. Definitely, though, kind of want to knock out Iron Man VR. Because by what I understand, that's supposed to be really good. It's been a game I want to get around to with PSVR, but just never got around to hooking up the PSVR one. I really kinda not a big fan of the VR one. It's good, it's a nice first step, and I understand Sony was trying to see if VR was just a random fad or if it's something that will actually continue, where people will actually be interested. So I understand why Sony wants cheaper on it, but I definitely prefer the Quest control scheme over the VR one. But I think once I get the VR 2, I'll be like, what's an Oculus Quest? I don't know. I don't care about it. Like, the only thing Quest will actually say that it has over the VR 2 is wireless, which, yes, is always a great thing. I prefer wireless, but, PlayStation VR, unfortunately, is wired. But I think that's kind of to be expected for a gaming console VR device. I doubt we'll ever see a wireless Sony VR headset anytime soon. That would probably be way future, if that ever happens. I definitely don't see them doing it anytime within the next 20 years or so. So, I think pretty much Oculus practically owns the market when it comes to that. Sure, there's a few wireless VR devices, but literally everybody gets the Oculus. And yes, I know, it's actually technically Meta, but no, it's Oculus. It has always been Oculus since the start. I bought the Oculus Quest to support Oculus, not Meta. I bought the Quest 2 because I wanted Resident Evil 4 VR. That's literally the whole reason why I bought the Quest 2. Because originally I was gonna just stick with my Quest 1 for a long time, but then Resident Evil 4 VR got announced as a Quest 2 exclusive, and I was like, yep, time to buy that Quest 2. Let's be honest, Capcom have made so much money off of me when it comes to Resident Evil 4. It's one of my most played and most favorite games, so I literally buy it every time that it comes out. Easy money. But you know what? I enjoy the game. It's worth it. It's definitely a game that, unfortunately, in some regards, are way better than a lot of modern AAA games. Which is sad because it literally came out back in PS2 and GameCube era, so you would expect PS5 era, they would actually have games that, would be 100 times better, especially as AAA developers, which back then used to actually mean something. Nowadays usually means just greedy, cheapo developers. Sad but true. There's so many AAA games that just drop the ball while indie developers actually act like the true AAAs. Which is sad. I want more from my AAA developers. They got the money. They got the ability for the talents. Come on. Put your effort into it. There's been a lot of bad games. Like, let's not talk about Vanguard. And the less said about the new Modern Warfare, the better. Mainly because there's nothing there for co-op players. Multiplayer and stuff, probably good, but I don't care about that, so it's a piece of junk game that I would not even pay 5 cents for. If I got it for free, I would not even be playing it. Which is sad. When you could literally get a game for free and still have no interest in playing it. That's how you know the game makers really messed up with the game. Or it just has nothing that is at all interesting to the person. But I guarantee you there's probably a lot of supply drops. Never hopped on the game, but I can already tell. After all, COD likes to try to take all your money from you with supply drops and stuff. Which I do not like. Some game developers get way too greedy. But anyways, those are my personal thoughts. And there are some that will agree with me, there's some that will disagree, and there's some that won't even care either way. And you know what? Doesn't matter. Everyone's opinion is perfectly valid in their own way when it comes to video games. But that doesn't mean that every opinion in the world is good or bad. It just depends on the opinion. But pointless stuff like video games, yeah, it really don't matter for the most part. If a game's good or bad, it's not exactly the end of the world. I just hate it when game devs just get ridiculously greedy, like EA. Their slogan used to be, "It's in the game." Now it's in the game if you give us 3 times the price of the game. You gotta buy all the DLC expansions. And then buy all the loot boxes. All of them. No, but seriously. EA gets very greedy. So don't Activision. And it's sad to see. But, like I said, hopefully Capcom does a good job. If they don't, well, At least I still got my VR port of Resident Evil 4. Which, as it stands, I consider to be the best port of Resident Evil 4 so far. Which, yes, the PS5 version does not count because it's not out for me to actually play. Never got hands on, so can't really say good or bad. But if it's worse, I at least got VR. Let's be honest, since VR I could not go back to PC or PlayStation. It's that good. Very well done with the VR. And the funny thing is, even though it's a game that pretty much is ported to VR and stuff, sad but true, some of the features and stuff in there are leagues beyond some of the made for VR only type games. Which is kind of sad. But that just shows you how well they knew what they was doing when they put it on VR. But yeah, I just keep on rambling. But yeah, hopefully though, you guys enjoy what I have planned to do. And I really hope I like both Battle for Bikini Bottom and the new one, the Cosmic Shake. Although I haven't seen SpongeBob in so long that hopefully, there won't be too much of the new stuff that I'm like, wait, what? What's going on? But then again, SpongeBob, for the most part, back in the day at least, was mostly random episodes here and there. There wasn't really too continuous of a story. So I think it should be fine. Of course, who knows, maybe newer seasons, they actually tell a full in-depth story and stuff. Who knows? But I'll figure it out when the game comes out. But as long as they're good 3D platformers, it'll be great. If they suck, well, I just wasted money. At least though Battle for Bikini Bottom was free. And Cosmic Shake is only $40. So it ain't too bad. Definitely love the low price. Because it definitely makes it more justifiable to purchase. Because let's be honest, if it was $60, I might be like, nah, I think I'd rather get Call of the Mountain. Where at the $40 price, I could be like, yeah, you know what? It's cheap enough. Let's give it a try. And by pre-ordering, I guess I get like special skins, which will be nice. Hopefully they're cool skins I recognize, with some unique skins for the game or something. But yeah, it seems interesting. The trailer I liked. It definitely seemed to look good. So those are my plans. Which, like I say, I never fully know what I'm doing, so stuff can change. But that's my current plan. And yes, I love mowing down hordes of zombies. One thing though that's kind of sad to me, I think BO4 really got overlooked. I think it's actually one of the better COD zombies. Like, clearly for PC, with BO3, it's way more easier to mod, which I do also want to try to do some BO3 custom zombie maps and stuff. But BO4 definitely had a great foundation. Some people hated the bring your own perks type thing, but to be honest, I kind of like it. Because let's be honest, back in old classic COD, there was a lot of perks that we might grab once or twice and then never ever touch again, no matter how many thousands of times we played the game. I'm looking at you, Mule Kick. I never used you. Hell, back when I played Kino and did my medic build where I'm using the crossbow, pack punch, and the ballistic knives, where I don't even need double tap or quick revive. Half the time I never even took Mule Kick. I'd rather just grab quick revive and double tap over Mule Kick, even when it's not needed in a co-op game. That's how bad Mule Kick was. Because always it took away my good weapons. I really had a huge grudge for a long time against Mule Kick. And BO4 was the first one to actually make Mule Kick good. Actually make me grab Mule Kick as a actual possible perk. Which is good, especially when it's in the modifier where you can actually get your gun back. Definitely is how Mule Kick should have worked in the first place, in my opinion. I really hate losing a vital weapon that you think you should keep, because in theory it's not your third weapon, but for some reason it counts as your third weapon even though you already had it way before you purchased a different weapon. Like there's times I had the ballistic knives and the crossbow fully pack punch and everything. I go and buy the MP40 off the wall at the game Mule Kick, and that's my third weapon. But yeah, for some reason I lose the ballistic knives or the crossbow, which was complete BS. And the main reason why I hate that. But yeah. But there are some perks though that unfortunately, even in this game, don't see much love. Like, there are some perks I know for a fact I avoid, that I never really give the time of day to. But I do like the idea of it. Also, it makes it way easier for them when they design the maps, because they only have to worry about 4 perk location, which allows for more freedom in making perks, because they don't have to go, well, we have to have this specific spot for this perk, which was kind of nice, you know. Also, having passive jug, passive quick revive, reviving you, and passive speed cola, always nice. I love it, because let's be honest, a lot of times those were perks that was bought. So it definitely made me appreciate that more. Unfortunately, not everybody loves BO4, and it has received a lot of hate, but sad but true, it's one of the best ones. BO3, BO4, and Cold War are definitely top 3, no nostalgia blinding. Let's be honest, we got a lot of fond memories that can easily blind us. Like, there are a lot of good moments from, like, BO2 and stuff that, you know, if I let nostalgia blind me, I would go, oh yeah, BO2, one of the best ones ever. But after playing BO4, BO3, and also, nice, finally got that. Playing BO3, BO4, and that stuff off hopping back on BO2 when having all that stuff from BO3, BO4 and stuff, you really see how more older and downgraded it is. It's still good. Don't get me wrong, you could still hop on a BO2 game and play, but then you got like 2 hit downs where BO3 was first 3 hit down without Jug and stuff, which, let's be honest, with nostalgia, for me, I remember taking hits for days in BO2. I hopped back on, I was like, oh wow, seriously, 2 hits? Which, unfortunately, when they do the windmill, sometimes it just turns into a 1 hit, which is no fun. You should never be 1-tapped. I really hate getting 1-tapped. But anyways. But yeah, I have a lot of good fond memories of BO1, World at War, and BO2, but in gameplay-wise, BO3, 4, and Cold War is definitely better. One thing I hate, though, about Cold War is eventually the zombies just get super boosted up to where they can easily take you out very quickly, even if you got max armor and max Jug. They can like 2-3 hit you type of thing, obliterate you ridiculously quick, which is a little bit unfair. But thankfully it's more towards high level, so it mainly only a big problem if you're going end game. Other than that, as long as you keep armor on you permanently for like round 1 through 20 or so, you should be good for the most part. Also, BO4 had a lot of good weapons. Like the Apex model, or whatever it's called. Let me run to it real quick. Should be on this wall over here. This gun right here is like the only really bad gun that I'd be like, yeah, avoid that one at all costs. But for the most part, any gun that you get besides that, you can do quite good with. Granted, some guns are better than others, let's be honest. But that's always the case, no matter what game you play. Alright, let's get myself a Maddox or... You know what? Let's get a Swordfish. Why not? But yeah, a lot of weapons are good, a lot of perks are good. I especially love the cool twist of the modifiers and stuff. I do also like the Cold War, they allow you to actually upgrade your stuff, which was pretty interesting. Definitely a cool concept. And definitely, helped make your games feel more rewarding, like you're actually making progress towards something. Instead of, you died, that's it, time to start all over, like the older COD zombies. Because in the older COD zombies, no matter how many times you played, you could not unlock a single thing to give you any bit of advantage for the next game. They introduced that first with BO3 as far as Treyarch goes. And, that was kind of nice because, you actually leveled up a little bit and actually got to modify your guns and stuff. And then it turned into, all the advanced systems. Cold War definitely had a good thing, which unfortunately Vanguard just took all that away. Which is one reason why Vanguard kinda was downhill for a lot of people. And it feels like with Vanguard, all your stuff really got nerfed heavily. Like with Jug, it feels like they really nerfed Jug, and then you have to buy it multiple times just to get base Jug filling. At least that's how it felt like to me. and quite a few other people I talked to, but it just did not feel good. But, definitely though, still love BO2, World at War, and that stuff. I really hate though the zombie grabbing in World at War. Every time I hop back on that, I'm like, oh, I forgot all about this. And let's not forget the horrible Wonder Waff glitch where you would shoot yourself and all of a sudden you lost your jug. So much fun. Yeah, really hated that. But, they are still good games and definitely highly recommended if you just want some fun playing killing zombies. Always a great time. But yeah, definitely great games. Best of all, no microtransaction, just DLC packs. But yeah, probably avoid PC. Don't know how safe it is on PC. I hear rumors about it being bad, but can't speak firsthand. So be safe. But yeah, one of the greatest though, I think, in terms of zombies, which this might be a little bit biased because I just kind of like this game a lot, is Call of Duty. Yeah, let me get somewhere safe real quick. I think Infinite Warfare it is. It's the one with the Spaceland zombies. Because I do like the direct-to-cut mode that you can unlock after fully completing all the Easter eggs. Definitely a nice reward. Definitely loved using that. And, I love that they just had fun with zombies. They just told their own wacky story and just had fun with it. Didn't have to be, super serious type thing. And let's be honest, after BO4, zombie storyline gone downhill. Cold War and Vanguard, yeah, nobody really cares about that story. And how could they kill off our favorite characters? But yeah, Spitfire in this game, really overpowered. Especially with Wildfire. And infinite ammo vault by spot. As you see, the Swordfish is just not keeping up. But yeah. But yeah, I just love the rewards for doing all the Easter eggs. Because let's be honest, with Call of Duty Zombies, a lot of the Easter eggs, especially the newer ones, ridiculous steps and stuff. So it's nice getting rewarded something for actually going through all that stuff on all the zombie maps. Having permanent all perks, whole bunch of money, permanent hit the box, you get pack punch weapons and stuff. Really nice. Definitely loved that. Definitely, in my opinion, the best reward that we ever gotten in a COD zombie game. Because if you look at BO3, you completed all the Easter eggs. You just got the basic default pistol, the 3-round burst one, way off the wall. In your hands instantly. So yay, you saved $500. That's all it did for completing all the Easter eggs. Not really a great worth it reward. And sad but true, I think that's the second best reward because I can't think of another um, complete all the Easter eggs you get reward in COD Zombies, but I could be wrong. But I don't think there was. In fact, funny enough, I think the last game that I've actually completed all the Easter eggs in was Spaceland Zombies 1. It's not fair attacking me while he literally has me in stun. Come on, man, that's just cheating. Wasting one of my dying wish. Are you kidding me? I bought ammo. Oh well, I'll just go back and get some. Eventually. Yeah, these weapons are not holding up well. I will definitely be dead soon at this point. My best weapon has been taken away from me for being too strong. But yeah, after I complete this last challenge though, and hit up the box and get the last two guns and fully max those out, I'll finally be all set to say that I completed this game. Wait, did I not have my special weapon charged yet? It doesn't matter. I was ready for the game to end anyways. Hopefully you guys like this update video. I'll see you guys on the next one.